Locked in my room, 4 black walls, tied the noose, no recall, no result. Fuck withdraw, rather shoot up till I fall. Murder on call with the fight now. 20 years and it seemed like a lifetime. I've been hanging every day from a lifeline.
Very helpful to me, because when you get people that are pretty strong, they could try to dig this underhook, right, and kind of come up and knock you over, all right. But when you have this kickstand out here like this, and then they try to dig the underhook, they run into the power of your leg right there. Not only that, they have to drive with that leg to get to this position, right? And this is a common reaction. So what this allows us to do is just to pressure back in and then step up high, right into a really high mount. So we're going to try to use people's common sense against them, okay? The other thing that we're going to do tonight is use their gi against them. And that's when I get into this position here, I have a lot of options. I have my kickstand back there securing my position, and then I'm going to run the gi. I'm going to pull it tight and then run it tight to their armpit like this, okay? So now I have a lot of leverage pinning them down here, okay? So that way, if, let's say, now I can put my foot right here, because when Ben tries to come up a little bit, he runs into his own gi, right? But if I don't have that and my leg's here, I might get knocked over. So my kickstand, you know, this is like my little security blanket here, right? Now, another thing that we can always think about is our pivot point on this back foot, this kickstand foot. Because if I want to transition back, you see I'm just pivoting off of, so it's one motion, but I'm taking up so much space. I'm covering so much ground, you know, by using these pivot foots instead of like we all try to do, okay? So if I want to pivot off of this one, I'm obviously attacking this arm, right? If I'm here and I pivot off of this one, I'm back to attacking this Gatame position of reverse Kesa. All right. If I utilize the gi here, we've got a lot of different options, okay? For one, if you ever behind in points in a tournament, this is a quick way to try to get those back points. So let's say, you know, you're down by 7, okay? You got to take down this 2. You pass the guard, that's 3. Well, now you get into the mount. He's covering the mount. He's just making sure that mount's not getting covered. One pivot point gives me north-south with the gi, and then you can pop up, you know, and start trying to secure it back. So that's kind of that's something that you can definitely start playing with, right? Once we get here though, look, I don't have to have that crossface. I don't have to have a lot. I can start feeding this gi behind his head. And you see where that lapel ends? It ends at a really, really tight spot for their neck, right? So can you move much from coming up like that? Nah. And I don't even have an underhook anymore. The gi's my underhook now. At this point, hell, move back to knee on belly. Transition over and choke them. All right. Moving back to like trying to escape knee on belly from here kind of sucks, doesn't it? You know, you're running in. I want them to try to escape. Go ahead. So
the laugh required.
Yeah. So you fell into that trap you knew I was going to do for the class. Thank you.
Choke me so hard you got it.
So let's look at this, okay? All right. The reverse Kesa was what it was. Y'all did the best you could. I'm proud of you. All right. Let's try to choke somebody now, okay? So look, cross it over like this. Now I got it secured, right? I've got this great position secured. Look, I can run it to the end, and you see where it ends? Right there on that side of the neck. By pulling it tight, I'm good. I can hold this on like this. I'm gold. Knee on belly, cross, cross. I'm just grabbing the material. If you want to go thumb in right here, that's fine. I'm expecting Ben to start defending. When he starts defending, I don't care. And again, if let's say this is a competition, let's say this is some aspect where we're not trying to be nice to our opponent, this is where you karate chop them. Right there. The karate chop, boom. The old Judy chop. Boom. I give you a Judy chop, and then that right there kick starts a lot of the choke. And then I come down with it. Or, look, pull them to you. So you can come down or pull. Either way, the mechanism's there for the choke, okay? As long as your elbows are in. All right? Does that make sense? Do you need to see it? You got it?
I'll do that.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What's a good way to like get out of when it's already wrapped behind your head?
Okay. No. Yeah. All right.
Let's say a professor keeps hitting this on you.
Can you do this to me? Nice. Okay. Right here, like so. Go ahead and try to get it. Like, keep going. Like I go into the choke, and but like there's a base that I'm putting in my armpit here, so I'm like doing this down like this. So pull it really tight for me, because I'll probably tap. Like here. All right, go ahead. So a base down really hard right here, and then I start running this way, like this. And if I can get here, then I start driving my head forward, because the mechanism of the choke is that X position. So I'm trying to run my head through that X right there, and I'm not using my hands right there. If I'm using my hands, go ahead. So I'm just running away from it.
So it becomes a fight.
Yeah, it's a fucking fight.
Well,
yeah. I mean, like, basically, if you've got a lapel wrapped that far around your neck, like, it's a gun to your head. So, like, I mean, go ahead.
I should add something in, like, I was always taught, like, since white belt, we learned real traditional, like, under Frank Mullis, like the Renzo, Serbi today. Like, if somebody grabs one hand into your collar or they're wrapping something around your neck, they are 50% to a choke. Yep. So if you let them get another hand in there, it's a fight. This is jiu-jitsu. It's no going to be, like, no McDojo life shit. Like, if somebody reaches one hand in and they get past a collarbone, they are 50% to a choke. So if you waited, they're 50% in. So you're 50% out. So if you wait till that other hand is involved before you start fighting, you earned getting choked the fuck out. Like, it's very simple. You better start fighting the initial grip when it first goes in. If they start rapping and doing the other stuff, you're gonna pay the price for being in a bad position and being cooked there for 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Yep. So, like, think of the chokes as that. You got the lapel, 50%, one hand all the way in the collar is 50% to a choke. You better start fighting it there.
Does anybody need to sit again? You good? Okay, I expect perfection. All right, 1, 2.
Locked in my room, 4 black walls, tied the noose, no recall, no result. Fuck withdraw, rather shoot up till I fall. Murder on